Hey, welcome back everybody. Yeti Trades here. Go over a few trades I took and some of my thoughts here on the market. So let's hop on into what I'm looking at or what I took today. We're going to start with KRE. So yesterday, right before close, I decided to grab some 48Ps for next week. Small size. It just felt like a area that it might pull back. It's the only reason I took it. Just a kind of a small lotto play. I had no idea there was a bank downgrade coming, so got real lucky with the added news. And I had a target this morning once I saw it pre-market gapping down and saw the news. And it was to sell. This line here is the 200 SMA on the daily chart. And I wanted to be out right before this line in the 47 spot. Um, So I sold at like 47.04, right in that ballpark. I had a contingent order set to get me out completely right there, just because the 200 was going to be a big spot, and being such a big gap down, I didn't really want to push it. So I got 90% on these puts here. So that was a happy surprise this morning because I've pretty much cut out swings. They've been killing me more than they've been helping me. Next one was DraftKings. I've had this one on my watch since its earnings. It beat really well, and it's been kind of holding up in this range. It's not a great trader. It's hard to really sit through if you don't get a picture perfect limit order fill, because the options move pretty drastically. I don't really like playing it that much, but it pulled up into my zone here. I wanted to see it hold 32.50. Notated this a couple days ago, and you see we popped up, took it, pulled back into it, took it again, and held it. So I entered on this candle um, as it held, got the bottom of it, and risked breaking the 32.50. Broke it, I was going to be out. Wasn't going to give it any chance. When it retook the 9 here, options moved kind of quick in my favor. So I set my stop loss to just over break even. And up here in this area, I took about a 22% win. And somewhere up in here, I exited the majority of it for somewhere in the 50%. I think it was like 56 or something, 56%. So I was out of 3/4 of the position between these two exits, and then I set the rest to break even, and they got filled somewhere in this area on that break even point. Like I said, they don't move very well. When it goes against you, it tends to go against you pretty quick. So it's a bummer it didn't hold and keep going, um, with how good their earnings were, but you know, can't predict things, so just got to play it quick and go with it. Next one here is snow. Snow. Did not really bounce at all today. Just kind of held out and was kind of sad after this sell off, set flat. The rest of the market was curving through this area and starting to put in a higher low and starting to push back up. So I gave snow a chance. Entered on the 9 EMA break. Let's see. Yeah, I was still on the 2-minute chart. So entered on the 9-minute break, and I risked the bottom of this candle here. Never got back to it, thankfully. Then I got out. I don't remember what triggered me to get out. I think it was the way the options were moving. Kind of like DraftKings, they were real volatile. Just extreme changes between them depending on how the candle moved. So holding through this was hectic, even though it was going up. You know, this little candle here almost put me back to break even. So I got out on this one. I think it was 20 or 22%. Took it, cut it, happy to be out. Didn't care if it ran any further. Um, just with how violent those swings were, I didn't like it sitting through it. And then lastly, we'll take a quick look at Lucid. I love playing Lucid. I hit this one all the time. This is like a regular trader for me. Most of the time it shares, not options. Usually the options are very cheap and they stay very cheap. They don't move very well. So I like to trade shares on it. And today I entered here. Where were we? Yeah, I got in at 622. And that was just off of yesterday's low. Came down, we didn't hit it. We put in this little, I don't know what these candles are called, but these are kind of indicative of being a reversal candle. So I took the entry here with that 618 low as my risk. So if I'd gotten stopped out, it would have been, a small loss. I don't go crazy on the share size, but enough to where it pays me decently when I let it run like I have today. I'm still in it. Up here at close, I was about 480 bucks up on it. I don't know. I closed out on my broker. I'm probably down to about, probably down about 370 with this tap of this line. Not sure why I even have that 684 there, but I do. And it's funny that it came down and bounced off of it. I have an alert set for 675. If it gets down to there, I'll reopen my broker and kind of see what I want to do with it. It's down here. It's going to put me at about 300 bucks or so in profit. But I want to give Lucid a chance to run. Its earnings were garbage. Missed. There's a double miss, but their production is up. Their production is increasing, as are their deliveries, and they have a huge commitment order from the Arab nation, 50,000 cars to be bought. Plus, they have the recent news of supplying the powertrains to Aston Martin. They got that news, I think, last week or something. So they got stuff kind of working for them, and I don't care which way it goes because I play it long and short, but I'm going to give these a chance to swing. This is how I play Lucid. It tends to put in at least a decent opener when it's had a good run up like this. So we'll see. My alert goes off tonight. I'll probably cut it. Worst case, it runs back down to here and, gaps down pre-market, and I cut it for break even. Anyway, that's what I got today, guys. Just playing things as far as the options go, tight, not loose, loose like your butthole. Playing it tight, and just because things are not moving, cleanly. Playing shares where I can during these earnings, like Tilray. Played Tilray this morning, pre-market, and didn't give it the time it deserved. I cut it somewhere around the 255 mark, and I was in it at 230. Little win there. One I really wanted to be in this morning was VVOS. It was up higher in pre-market. Let's see if I can turn that back on. Yeah. So I put in an order right here to get filled. At 0.53 was my limit order, and at the time the price was it was under that. So I thought I was going to get filled. And as I hit enter, it skyrocketed. So I got no shares on it. And I literally wanted to target 0.73. That was my goal to get out, make a quick few $100 on it, and completely missed it. So I think I had that kind of playing in my mind with Tilray. That's why I didn't give it enough time. Anyway, That's all I got, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.